Each week since early August, our Colorado Inside Out panel has discussed a various measure on either the state or a local ballot. And since pet ownership statistics show that 64.7% of Colorado households have a pet, let's talk about Proposition 129, which would create a new veterinary PA position like we have human PA positions at our regular doctor's offices. Let's start with you, Elena.
Sure. So this ballot measure, which is actually endorsed by Governor Jared Polis, is really designed to address a critical, severe veterinary shortage in Colorado. So to put that into perspective, I want to share two stats. One is that 3,800 vets treat 2.5 million dogs and cats. And that is not even accounting for horses or other farm animals. And that's just in Colorado. Another stat is that 20% of Colorado counties lack or have little to no access to any veterinary care. So this is really at the heart of this issue. Other goals of the ballot measure to provide more relief for overworked doctors, clearly they're overworked, expanding career opportunities for veterinary professionals, and then providing greater access to vet care by offering lower cost treatment. Because if you're getting your pet seen by a PA versus an actual veterinarian, it will be at a lower cost. On the other side though, this is opposed by two heavy hitters, the state and national veterinary medical associations. And they argue that this could be really dangerous to animals because if this position is created, they're going to have fewer years of training than a normal veterinarian. They go to school for 8 years. And they are really worried that this will just in general compromise the integrity of veterinary care in Colorado. The big picture and something that I find interesting about all of this is that this is the fourth animal-related measure when you combine Denver and Colorado ballots. You have the slaughterhouse ban, the fur ban, the mountain lion, bobcat, lynx hunting ban, and it really sort of suggests that there's a growing trend in animal welfare legislation or priorities. So I'll be really curious if we see more initiatives like this crop up on future ballots.
Mm-hmm. It's going that direction. Carly?
So I just learned a lot about this one right now. To be honest, there's so much on the ballot that this is one that I haven't even had much time to dig into. I love the PA at my doctor's office. I think it makes sense that maybe we would go that direction in veterinary care as well. But for me, this one illustrates more than anything else how our ballot system has really, in my opinion, gone a little bit off the rails. When we look at a ballot that has as many issues as we're looking at, people don't have the bandwidth to read in and do the amount of research necessary to really understand all of those. And a lot of these issues are things that our elected officials should be making decisions on our behalf. When I look to small businesses in the areas that we represent, they don't have the bandwidth to spend a lot of time on all of these, much less something as in the weeds as veterinary care. So when we see outside groups who are seeing Colorado as a good place to do a test run on their ideas for the ballot in other places because it is easy to get on the ballot and it is not that expensive to run the campaign, I think we've gone too far and need to take a step back and think about our approach to the ballot. All that said, I'm very much in favor of ballot access.
Okay, so we're a test run state.
We are.
Yes, and have been for a while.
It's true.
Adam.
So one thing I know about this, me and my partner had to bring our dog to the vet recently, $3,000 to get a couple teeth pulled. Just a general cleaning and a few teeth. So very expensive, and people have felt the cost of veterinary care for a long time. That said, I want to echo what Carly said. This feels like a legislative issue. It feels like something that we elect people to discuss, to become the experts on, to make decisions about, and designate this stuff through the system we have in place from January to May, which is our General Assembly. It feels to me, and this was a citizen-referred petition, so there was obviously a group that came and got the signatures, got on the ballot. Why not go to your legislature? Did they? That's a question I would ask of these people, and legislators maybe told them to go to the ballot. It's concerning to me, though, that we're asking voters to weigh in on things like this where I'm not a veterinarian. There's people around the state who are the experts here. But again, it just feels outside the purview of something we should be asking voters to decide.
Mm-hmm. Is your dog okay?
She's great.
Okay.
She's perfectly healthy.
Most importantly.
Yeah.
Patty.
Well, I think of all the things we're voting on, like murderers, should they be out on bail, alleged murderers, all the other, the economy, really the animals one is one we can probably all weigh in on because we have more opinions on it than we do on the other issues. I think this is a great example of a citizen initiative. If you couldn't get the legislature to take the action to do something that's pretty commonsensical, this is a way to do it. Otherwise, we'd be stuck, who knows, for years. It seems like we have the need. You can't exactly put your pet on a telemedicine screen with the vet. This is a way to get more care easily, more inexpensively or less expensively. And it doesn't, why not? If the physician's assistant can work for adults, humans, why not this for animals?
Thank you for watching this ballot discussion. The Colorado Inside Out team has tackled one measure every week and will do so right up until Election Day. Don't miss an episode so that you are all set to vote on or before November 5th.